Speaking of not stable enough, last movie of the week is Crawl from 2019.
My least favorite, too.
Directed by Alexander Aha, written by Michael Rasmussen and Sean Rasmussen, stars Kaya Scodelario.
Maybe.
Stars Kaya Scodelario, Barry Pepper, and Morfydd Clark. Actually, I heard most of this was filmed in, Croatia?
Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
No, it looked like Florida.
Yeah. Runtime, 1 hour, 27 minutes. Amazon link in the usual place.
And
Did you like it?
Overall, not so much. No.
Okay.
I think I disliked it more than liked it. It was... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly the weakest of the ones we saw this week.
If alligators were this pernicious, this aggressive, this large in Florida, there would be no people in Florida.
It'd be like living in Jurassic Park.
I mean, gators do attack people. They're real. You have to watch out for them. They're monstrous, but gator attacks are kind of rare.
You got to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing to get attacked by a gator.
And this makes it look like you'd be walking down the street and a gator would kill you.
Fall out of the sky and eat your head off.
Yeah.
Alligators aren't this bad.
No, not as bad as this movie. No.
Well,
Anyway.
well, we see in the opening shots that Haley is on the University of Florida's swim team. She doesn't win the race, but she's obviously pretty good. She remembers back to her father telling her as a little girl not to cry when she lost her first race. Back in those days, he called her an apex predator. He was wrong. Her sister
Gators
calls.
are the apex predators.
Yeah, they are here. Her sister calls and points out that the middle of the hurricane is about to hit her father's house. He might be trying to ride it out, says the sister. Haley
But he's
says,
not answering his phone.
yeah. Haley says she'll drive down and check on him. She drives through the storm. The police have a roadblock set up and they aren't letting anyone in, but Haley drives around and powers through the storm anyway. 'Cause she won't take no for an answer.
She's an apex predator.
Yeah, in her SUV.
Yeah.
She arrives home and finds the family dog, who then eventually leads her to her father, who is injured in the crawl space under the house. He's unconscious but not dead. It looks like something large has bit him in the shoulder. We see the storm worsen as she drags him through the muck. She's almost got him out of the crawl space when a huge alligator, breaks through from somewhere and chases her.
CGI. CGI.
You think?
Well, and I read a thing where the director was explaining how necessary the CGI was because no animatronics could match the ferocity and speed of the
Well, I can see
gators
that, but I
he
don't think a
needed.
real alligator could match that ferocity and speed.
Yeah.
These things are hyper.
I don't think so either. But boy, the CGI was obviously CGI.
I thought it looked pretty good.
I didn't think it looked right. As soon that first shot, it's like, oh, well, that's CGI. It didn't fool me a bit. I don't know.
I think we're going to disagree on this in a little bit. How are they going to get out of the basement with that thing blocking the driveway? Her father, Dave, starts to wake up. He gives the lamest "I don't need your help" speech ever as he clutches his broken leg and bleeds all over.
Clearly does, yeah.
She crawls around looking for a way out, and she learns that there isn't one alligator down here, but two. She gets bitten and dragged off, but manages to escape. Alligator bites her leg and drags her the length of the house, but she kicks it in the nose, and the leg's fine after that.
Pretty much.
The water in the crawl space starts getting noticeably deeper. She sees out the vent that there are 3 people outside. They're stealing an ATM from the convenience store across the street. 2 of the robbers are eaten while Haley yells for help. She doesn't actually see the third one get eaten, but we do. There are a lot of hungry alligators in this neighborhood.
Because, alligators, they're eating everybody in Florida.
Cannibal alligators. At one point, her father explains that there's another way out of the cellar in the house where she grew up. Like she wouldn't have known about that after growing up.
This is her
Did you have any
childhood
secret
home.
doors in your childhood home that you didn't know about?
Well, I didn't know about them. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Still, there's something sitting on top
Yeah.
of the trap door, so that doesn't work out either.
Yeah.
One of the cops she met earlier at the roadblock comes inside the house. Haley and Dave yell and bang on pipes, and he finally hears them down there and radios his partner, who is currently being eaten by a bunch of alligators that seem to act more like rabid piranhas. 4 or 5 of them, they're just like swarming him.
And guess what? This guy gets eaten by an alligator, too.
Yeah. The father beats on a pipe to attract the alligators while Haley makes a break for the stairs.
And it wasn't like these were mutant alligators or monster alligators or, like
These are
some
just
research lab,
alligators.
got flooded and all these experimental alligators busted out or anything. I wish they would have thrown something in like that.
Alien alligators.
This lab that they were, trying to boost the intelligence of alligators and it got flooded and they all escaped or something.
That was called Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, but, no, they were just alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly normal. Just another day in Florida. Yeah. Okay.
But they were having a hurricane, and that
Oh,
never happens
well,
in Florida,
yeah,
so this
well,
was a
that-
one-time ever event.
Right, yeah.
The father beats on a pipe to attract the alligators while Haley makes a break for the stairs. He manages to cave in the floor and trap and kill one of the gators. Haley can't make it to the stairs, so she tries for the drain pipe, which is most likely the way the alligators got inside in the first place. It leads to a sewer system large enough that she could have had elephants in the cellar if they had wild elephants in Florida.
Yeah, that was pretty absurd. It was like its own little ecosystem in there. It
It was like
gigantic.
a swamp. It was like a big room to itself.
Yeah. It literally could have, an elephant could have
I
come
don't
through
think
there.
they make sewers like that.
That was something.
Certainly not in Florida. This is, of course, where all the baby alligators and eggs are, as well as at least one of the dead cops.
Mm-hmm.
She grabs the cop's
Was a
gun,
gun.
and then the alligator bites her arm, but she shoots the crap out of it.
Actually, that was pretty neat. She's got the gun in the hand that's in the
And
alligator's
it
mouth.
chomps right over her
And she
hand.
just empties the barrel.
It's still going to tear your arm up.
More than
Just like
more
tearing her
than
leg
it
up
did,
should have
yeah.
happened.
Her arm wasn't very damaged.
Yeah,
after that.
these
Yeah.
alligators are ferociously cannibalistic monsters, unless you're the star of the movie.
Yep. Yeah.
She then swims through another pipe. It's miraculous how clearly you can see in an underwater sewer pipe during a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
She narrowly avoids getting eaten, but she gets outside. Meanwhile, Dad's drowning in the filled-up crawl space. She breaks a hole in the kitchen floor in exactly the right place, because he's underwater drowned and he's not banging anymore. She picks exactly the right place to break through.
Reaches down, pulls him out, CPRs him. He's
She
all
then
better.
does CPR on him incorrectly. This is not how you give CPR in 2020. Still, he wakes up and isn't dead.
All better.
It's like watching an old episode of Baywatch.
It's kind of a trope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go out the front door and everything out there is flooded, and there are many alligators outside, no longer even trying to be stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
They decide to try for the robber's boat. By walking really slowly and not splashing, they figure they can fool the alligators. Suddenly the rain stops, and the water starts getting really calm. Then the levee breaks. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Dave tells Haley that she can swim faster than the
Alarm goes
alligators, which isn't even close to true in the real world. She makes it to the boat. The same boat that held the robber who was eaten, while sitting on the boat.
Yeah, but she's the star of the movie.
His alligators can't get her on the boat now, though, for some reason. The flood from the broken levee hits, and they all get sucked right back into the house.
Yeah.
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 Now they both get to play cat and mouse with the alligators throughout the flooding house. She spots one of the policeman's radios and uses it to call for help. Dad then loses an arm, but he's okay otherwise.
Yeah.
Haley hides in the bathroom's glass-walled shower stall, and the gator can't get in. You know the glass slidey shower doors? Vroom. Yeah, the alligator can't get through that. She then tricks the gator inside, and he can't break out either.
And she climbs over the top while the alligator goes in, and then she closes the door and he can't get out.
I totally believed everything up to that point. Eventually, both of them and the dog does not die,
They
end
wouldn't
up on the
kill
roof
they wouldn't
waiting
kill
for...
the dog. No,
In a really good horror movie, they would have.
they do sometimes.
Yeah, they all end up on the roof waiting for rescue, and a helicopter appears, and they both get away, happily ever after. At the end, of course, she's got arms and legs that are going to get infected, and he's lost an arm, so maybe not all of them got rescued. The dog is fine.
You know what you said at the end there? They needed one giant massive alligator
The helicopter
to come
starts
up and,
coming down out of the clouds.
chomp the helicopter out of the sky.
That's
yeah.
totally what they needed.
Yeah.
It worked like that in Sharknado, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Some of those things, yeah. Kaiju alligator. Well, I wouldn't have even gone down into the crawl space in the first place. I've never lived in Florida, but I would expect to see alligators walking up and down the sidewalks there. It's just what
From
they
this
have.
movie, yeah.
It's just what they have there.
Well,
Like,
and they do once in a while. They
no, yeah, it
yeah,
happens,
or,
but
they
not
see
like
them on
this.
the golf course and in various places.
Yeah.
But not like this. Not like they're not like this.
It's Florida. It's just what they have there, like tornadoes in Kansas and serial killers in Indiana.
Squirrels in Michigan.
It's all reality. In all reality, every alligator I've ever seen in person is lazy and sleepy looking, not insane killing machines like these guys. And it's not like these are trained mutant cybernetic alligators either. They're just the normal Florida citizens. The storm effects are most likely CGI, but I thought they looked very convincing.
Yeah, that did.
The alligators I thought looked really good as well.
Okay.
You disagree. The acting from the two main actors are just fine, and everything looks nice, but the story really takes suspension of disbelief to a whole new level of ridiculousness. One or two of the action points in this film would be reasonable, but this is just one freaking impossible thing after another. It's fun and it looks good, but boy, is it dumb.
Yeah, what he said. And that's our show. Stop in during the week to the website, horrorguys.com. Check us out on social media, or tune into the full-length audio podcast.
Just everything here, our weekly show is done as a full-length, around an hour audio podcast each week,
where we talk about all the movies. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us out. Give some likes and subscribes.
Yep. And horrorguys.com has, of course, all our reviews in writing. If you want to read more, sometimes we'll forget the line here or there. So if you want to read them, check out horrorguys.com.
Yeah.
And I'm Brian.
I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you at the next movie.
See ya.